Hey folks, this is Corey at Full Draw Farms. Got a new addition to the herd. Born this morning. There, she's a pretty good mom, first time heifer. Love seeing calves born on the farm. I don't know what it is yet. I haven't walked up to it. Look at that little guy. He's having a ball. It's raining out here today, which is much needed. We've been in a drought for, well, basically all summer. Had a really dry spring as well. So any rain is much appreciated. That's a good manure pat there. Loaded with flies. This is, I think, September 8th. I just brush hogged this field about a week ago. I was a little hesitant to brush hog it since it was so dry, but then I knew that this rain was coming, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It was getting a little out of control. I need to tighten up the paddocks a little bit more, I believe, to get a little more impact on the ground, since, I mean, I don't have enough head of cattle on this farm to get all the grass. It always outruns me, so I'm gonna clip that field next. But we're in stockpile mode for winter, so I won't touch this grass anymore until, well, we won't be back here till probably November. But it looks pretty good. That little calf, he cracks me up. He's got the zoomies. But got a new addition to the herd, and I love it. This is where everybody should be at right now, my opinion. Ain't nothing better than raising livestock and making a living off the land, and letting cattle do what they do, and that's eat grass, instead of raising them in some feedlot, standing in their own manure and mud. That ain't where a cow's supposed to be. Right here is where they're supposed to be, grazing. Right there, that's my new stud. He was born this spring of 2023. South Pole Bull. He is a stud. There's a beautiful heifer I got. Another South Pole. I mean, if you look at that South Pole heifer, low to the ground, and I'm squatted down, and just, I bet there might be 14 inches, but she's built different. They're just compact and just plump. If you look at her, just got a big wide butt. Compared to one of the same age in the Black Angus. Still a good looking cow, don't get me wrong. A good looking build. But I know this camera ain't gonna do no justice, but the muscle toned, the way it's sculpted is different compared to the South Angus or South Pole. It just got a lot of gut and big rumps. Slowly but surely I'm trying to convert to nothing but these red South Poles. They just perform better. Especially where we're in western Maryland, right on the Pennsylvania line. And it gets pretty cold in the wintertime. We get some snow. But the summers, they get hot and humid. And every day in the hot summer day, I come out to the farm. Black Angus, they're up there in the woods, in the shade, cooling off. These red ones, that white longhorn, they're out here in the field, grazing, putting on weight, earning their keep. Not real sure why I had that longhorn. Well, I got it in a package deal. I bought a red Angus heifer, and the other farmer told me, hey, I'll just sell you both of them for a good price. So I picked it up, and I wasn't sure what it was. I didn't know it was a longhorn, and then, well, lo and behold, it started sprouting horn. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell her yet, or maybe try to breed her with stud muffin there. But we'll see. Time will tell. Now the mother to that bull, she's 50% South Pole and 50% Red Devon. Really good looking cow. A little bit bigger than what I like. She'd probably go, I don't know, 1,400, 13 maybe. If I can get them all down to 1,000 pounds, I'd still get my animal impact on the grass, pushing that litter down, growing more grass, and yeah, still get enough beef, enough meat off the carcass. I could run 2 of them South Poles for every 1,400 pound Angus, basically. These big girls, they require a lot of forage, a lot of grass. But this is my passion, guys, and I know you guys are probably on the same page as me. Together we can do this. We can make a living off the land, doing what we love, raising a good quality product so other people can eat healthy as well. And the only way you're going to do it is with ruminants. Converting this grass that isn't no good to us, but they can eat it and build a good protein. I love a good mother cow. Taking care of their babies, cleaning them up, always keeping tabs on them. If you don't have a good mama cow, there ain't no sense of keeping her. That's a call cow. This is one of the 3 farms that I got. This is a lease farm. And I think there's 75 acres of pasture on this farm. I need to get my numbers up. Right there's the ticket to getting my numbers up. Need to get more head on this farm. And well, you can see what I'm dealing with as far as the fence. This farm's been here for over 100 years. It's just been pieced together, slapped together over the years. So every day's a challenge to do this rotational grazing on this farm because I have no electric fence as a perimeter. And I use poly braid and a solar charger to lay out the whole paddock, which one day I'd like to invest in a full perimeter electric fence. But that's going to take some money and investment to do this whole farm. We'll get there. Flies have already worked on that one. Dung beetles, there's holes in it. There's a lot of life in this grass. I mean, it's hard to see, but there's a lot of little grasshoppers everywhere. I was a plumber for 18 years, driving 2.5 hours one way just to get to work, because that's where all the work is. Washington, D.C., Southern Maryland area. One day, I couldn't take it anymore. Driving 4 or 5 hours a day, working 8-10 hours a day, being gone from the house, from my family, my 2 kids, my wife. I started watching Greg Judy. Got turned on to him and Joel Salatin, and I was hooked. Went out and bought 1 cow. I was raised on a farm, and we always did it the conventional way. And it was always planted in my head, more or less, that this isn't a job. This is just a hobby. Farming is just a hobby. Raising cattle, it's just a hobby. So it never even really dawned on me that you can make good money with these animals, unless you're born into a big cattle operation and you got 1,000 head and everything is just like a well-oiled machine. It's hard for people to just get started into this industry if you do it the conventional way. Rotational grazing, it don't take much. You don't even have to own land. Right there, that's my original girl right there. Once I got back into farming and got into rotational grazing, I bought her at Black Angus. She's 6 years old. I honed my skills rotating her in the backyard. Then I got her bred, and that's her 3rd calf, that black heifer right there. The other 2 were bull calves that I turned into steers and sold them. And I just, started picking up one here, one there. Then I ran out of backyard. So I picked up this lease. This was my first lease. Like I said, 75 acres. And I got hooked. And then I got led on to another farm that fastens to this farm right down the road. That was an extra 40 acres. Picked that up on lease, and well, I got 3 head cattle on there. And definitely not doing it the Greg Judy way as far as keeping one herd. But at that point in time, the grass was already starting to grow when I picked up the lease, and I didn't have all my fencing done. So I said, well, I'm going to throw a couple cows on there and keep up with the grass. One day, though, I'm going to get all this whole farm fenced in, fasten it to the other farm, and we'll really be in good shape. I got a meeting with a landowner next week about another piece of property. It belongs to an old abandoned fruit orchard. And they have access to thousands of acres, and they want to lease all of it. Any hunting clubs, any farmers in the area have the opportunity to lease all of this old abandoned orchards. And that's perfect. No infrastructure, which gives me wiggle room and a little leverage to get a good cheap price. And hopefully it works out. And that'll be another start. Then I could really increase my numbers. I still keep a couple cows, but mainly all my sheep is at the homestead. Sheep is another good enterprise. You can run 7 or 8 of those to every 1 cow. And they'll give you twins, sometimes triplets, every 5 months. Cows, they only do 1 every 9 months. So you do the math. All right, well, you guys are probably getting tired of me talking, but I just wanted to share a little bit of my story and what I got going on, and maybe if you all would hit the like button and subscribe, and we could mingle in this community of rotational grazing, and we can share thoughts and advice, and even watch me grow on this next adventure. All right, signing out. Have a good day, guys. Thanks.